we're about to start with my bookshelf, so I wanted to show you guys what my shelf is actually looking like now. And then we'll go through all my books and rearrange it. This is my October TBR. I have not started a single book over here. Well, this book officially I'm 200 pages in, and then Fourth Wing over there I have 200 pages left. So that's something, right? I'm reading a book on my Kindle. That's what I've that's all I've had a chance to read for October. These are mainly just my special edition books from Fabled Co., Illumicrate, and Fairy Loot. Mainly Fabled Co., to be honest, because Illumicrate and Fairy Loot are new. And then books that I just really don't want anything to happen to, like my Vampire Academy, my second set of Twilight books, because I want to change the book covers. And then some books I just didn't really know where to put them. That's a puzzle right there. But some books I didn't really know where to put. Moving over here. Let me turn my TV on. This is hockey. Mainly Lauren Asher, but obviously I have Between Commitment and Betrayal right there. That is my favorite book. Up here I have the Chestnut Springs series. I'm missing 2 books. These 2 I didn't really know where to put. And then Willow Winters up there. That's the Discreet series. My, kind of like my more fluffy books, mainly just because they're colorful. Same for this shelf. Then we're getting into my dark romance. More dark romance. This was going to be my TBR cart. That is not how it ended up, but I still love it all the same. Mainly thrillers down there and just books that I didn't really know where to put. So that's how everything's looking right now. And now to take everything off of my shelves, go through all of my books, and reorganize them. What I'm actually going to do, I just thought about it. I'm stacking all my books up right there. I'm actually going to stack them up in stacks of probably maybe 10 or 15 like I did in my previous video, which I'll insert a clip now. I'm going to group them together as I talk about them because I think that'll make it a lot easier and go faster. So in that video I actually had a system and I was able to count how many books are actually on my TBR versus how many books I just have, and I want a total number of books, but I also want how many books are on my TBR. So I'm going to stack these up, and then I'll be able to count them like that, I think. Yeah. So let me stack these up better. Or maybe stacks of 10. Thank goodness I have large hands. Here's 10. There. icebreaker, I have actually, oh wait, no, I'm not even going to go into detail right now. Let me just keep stacking. Pretty sure I have them in fairly even stacks. Most of them are in stacks of 12, A few of them are in stacks of like 13 or 14, and I'm pretty sure I know which stacks those are. So now it's time to count all of the books, and then I will count the books on my physical TBR. Then I'll put them all up. Alright, if my calculations are correct, I have 301 books right here, just total books. And now to just count the books on my TBR, not the books that I've already read. Oh wait, maybe 302. 300, oh, 301. Yeah, I don't need to count them again. Because I could be a little bit off, but I believe this is my TBR count. 261. Okay. Now to put everything away. Okay. Need like a space. Let me move some of these. You know what? I'm probably going to put up my Twilight books first. Yeah. I'll put those up because I don't need to show a repeat of these books, so. Put those out of the way. Clear a little bit of space. I'm going to show you guys every single book. Every single book that's over here, and specifically all the books on my actual TBR. We'll start with this one. Richard Nixon, The Life by John A. Farrell. Hitler and Stalin, The Tyrants and the Second World War by Lawrence Rees. The Lake of Dead Languages by Carol Goodman. The Dead Zone by Stephen King. Christopher, for whatever reason, really wants me to read this one. The Dark Half by Stephen King. We'll go ahead and show all my Sarah J. Maas books, right? Yeah. Sarah J. Maas, House of Sky and Breath. It's Crescent City series. House of Earth and Blood, and then going backwards, yeah, backwards, I believe. Kingdom of Ash, Tower of Dawn, I just bent it, Empire of Storms, Queen of Shadows. I'm trying to make sure I don't cover up the book cover this time, because that's what I was doing the last time I was filming, and then I had to try to remember what the author's name was if I didn't say it. Air of Fire, The Assassin's Blade. My baby's gone. I should go get her. Crown of Midnight. Throne of Glass. Court of Silver Flames. a quart of Frost and Starlight, a quart of Wings and Ruin, a quart of Mist and Fury, and a quart of Thorns and Roses. I kind of want to put them here. This will clear some space. Whose executive decision was this? For the paperback and the hardback. Look at this. Look at the difference. Who decided that? I want to either get them both in paperback or both in hardback. I don't care which. I just want them to match. Is that? Okay, so those are all books I haven't read. So far, everything I've shown you is something I have not read. I will say if I've read it. Okay. Now, my Vampire Academy books. I think I stopped on Blood Promise. Spirit Bound. I actually cannot remember where I stopped. I know I have not read the last book. I stopped somewhere between these two, okay? I don't know what happened here. This is a new set that my mom bought me, but I left it at my house on my shelf, and it's like, I don't know what happened there, but these. Midnight Sun, Stephanie Meyer. I have not read Midnight Sun. I read the other Twilight books. I have not read Midnight Sun purposefully because it would be like the end. Here are my original Twilight books. That's one of my original ones. Here's Twilight, New Moon. Okay, they're out of order. Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn. Let me show you guys something. Look at how perfect that looks. Oh my goodness. It's this set over here that's going to have different covers, but lovely, lovely. Trying to keep up momentum. All right. This one. Wait, I moved my camera in a different spot.
What are you doing?
Hi. Wait, look. Can you see this over here? Can you see all my Twilight books and the Vampire?
Let's go pray.
I gotta move Alex back to the hallway.
She's gone.
Now that she can move forward, it's over. I have this. The director's, what is this? The director's notebook. I have a lot of Twilight stuff, alright? Look what I opened it up to. Okay. Then I have the graphic novel. This is the first one. I have the Vampire Diaries, L.J. Smith. I know I've read these, I just really don't remember them. So I don't think they should count towards my physical TBR. Did I finish them? I just don't remember. Blue Bloods, I did actually read. Let me just show you guys the books, and then I'll figure out where everything's going to go. That's what I said in my last video. Okay, to save myself a little bit of time, I decided to just show each book, put it in a stack in its category in my head of where it's going to go, and then I'll put it on the shelf because I'm wasting a lot of time like showing the book, then standing around trying to decide where I want to put it, etc., etc. How do you say this? Jasad?
I guess Jasad.
The Jasad Heir by Sarah Hassim. This is actually a special edition. Here we go.
Oh.
The Sun and the Void by Gabriela Romero LaCruz. Hopefully I said that right. I really don't like saying authors' names because I don't want to say them incorrectly. Here's another special edition. So pretty. Den of Vipers. I love this book. I read this one, and I specifically wanted the special edition. Forgot that one has something on it that my mom doesn't like. Yellowface. Serpent, The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name, and I'm looking right at this book. Crown of Blood and Glass. I'm not going to keep trying to say all of the authors' names just so I don't say them incorrectly. You can focus. But I will have all of the book names in order that I'm showing them in the description, if it all fits. This is Guardians of Dawn. You guys, is really pretty. And one that I really want to read. Look at this beautiful cover. So, Once Upon a Broken Heart. The Ballad of Never After. The Nanny. If He Had Been With Me. It Ends With Us. A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. They Both Die at the End. In the Weeds. 1,000 Boy Kisses. I did not have an Illumicrate subscription when these books came out, so I actually got this off I got these off of Pingo. The Kiss Quotient. It's a special edition. I'm going to take off the... Oh wait, let me show you the back. Oh my gosh. Here's how it looks without the end paper. I hope that's focusing because I can't tell from this distance. Alex, my darling. This book is so pretty, and it has a built-in bookmark. Showing my special edition books always takes a little bit longer since I have to actually take off the dust jackets. The Bright Test. Oh, here's what it looks like without anything. I don't know if you can see, it's just yellow with some airplanes on it. The writing is pretty faint on the back. The Heart Principle. I'm trying not to take too long in showing all of these books because we have quite a few more to go. So maybe I can just make a separate video showing all of my special editions and like showing you what they actually look like under their dust jackets. But those ones were just too pretty not to show. There is A Study in Drowning, Son of Blood and Ruin. Look how pretty that is. Now, I have the Serena Valentino Villains books from Disney. Here are the first three. This is, let's see, Fairest of All, The Beast Within, and Poor Unfortunate Soul. I'm sure you can guess which ones they are. For the Wolf, For the Throne, The Cruel Prince, Legend Born. If you see any stickers on my books, I do take them off. I take them off as I'm actually picking that book to start reading. Caraval, From Blood and Ash. This is the Octonumi. This book, I just love how dark it is. And the author for this book, let me see, Trevor Allen Forrest. Anastasia. Anastasia was one of my favorite movies growing up. So the fact that Sophie Lark has a retelling of it, beautiful. Priory of the Orange Tree. I kind of said that weird. The Priory of the Orange Tree. There we go. Normal People. The Backup Plan. American Queen. Ooh, is this in focus? There we go. Archer's Voice. Shipwrecked. Lunar Love. Two Wrongs Make a Right. Love Light Farms. These books I was so excited for. I ordered them overseas. I ordered them from the UK because these covers are no longer in print in the US. You might know what I'm talking about. The Magnolia Parks series. So, the first book. The second book, Daisy Hates. The Great Undoing. And The Long Way Home. So, two of the books are Magnolia Parks and the other two are Daisy Hates. I think there are two more books coming out in the series. Don't quote me on that. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. No, Winnipeg. What is this called? Winnipeg and Me. Dare You to Hate Me. Dare You to Trust Me. Brutal Prince I did read. This is one of my favorite enemies to lovers, arranged marriage, dark mafia books ever. Stolen Heir. Savage Lover. Bloody Heart. Broken Vow. Heavy Crown. Flawless. Heartless. Powerless. I'm on a book buying ban. Did I mention that? I'm on a book buying ban. I'm trying to not buy any more books, which I have not. It's been well over a month. I have not purchased another book. Pre-orders don't count. And I am waiting until January for my birthday because I want to just black out at Barnes & Noble and just buy a bunch of books or order them because my Barnes & Noble location does not have a lot of the books that I want actually in stock for whatever reason, and any of my Barnes & Nobles like 2 hours away, they don't have those books. So I'll probably order a lot of them. And then I want to go to the Steamy Lit convention in August. I missed it this past year. This past August, I missed it because I just didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, it's not a big deal. Everybody I wanted to see was there. Everybody. So I have to go. And I also want to spend a lot of money there and get a lot of books there. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to do that. But here's Kennedy Ryan before I let go. And it'll also give me a chance to start going through my physical books. I have the tendency to read a lot more on my Kindle. Throttled. Couldn't remember the title even though I'm looking at it. I have 2 copies of the fine print. Why? Because this copy that I had first does not match the updated copy, which is this one. I'll show you the comparison of them. There we go. And I like for my books to match, if possible. Terms and conditions. Now, as you can guess, these are still books I have not read. Final offer. This book I did read and I loved. Oh, I love Between Commitment and Betrayal. I read it and I listened to the audiobook. I might have listened to the audiobook more than once now that I think about it. Daniel and Addison. This is, which book is this called actually? Possessive. This is from her Discreet series, Willow Winters. This one, Dean and Allison, is It's Our Secret. So for the Discreet series, she just puts the name of the couple on the cover, and then you flip and actually see the name of the book. Charlie and Grace, Knocking Boots. I want all of her books, to be honest, and they're so pretty because they're color coordinated, and the darker the book, it's like the darker the triggers or the topic, and the lighter the book, it's more like fluffy and sweet romance. Lessons in Chemistry, Happy Place. I really want to read this just because I know it's sad. I love sad books. Really good, actually. A Merry Little Meet Cute. I purposefully have not read this yet because it's Christmas. It's a Christmas book, and I want to read it during Christmas. I read this, 13 Reasons Why. This is not my original copy. I actually had a hardback. I let a friend borrow it, and they never returned it. That was the last time I loaned out a book. Now, if I loan out a book, I don't expect to ever get it again. My Sister's Keeper, read this one. Loved it. Loved it. I actually purchased this again because I could not find this copy, and then my mom found my trunk with all of my books. I'm getting off topic. I need to just show you guys the books. The Winter Sister, The Woman in Cabin 10. Oh wait, let me see so you can see the author's name. The Last Flight. You. From the Netflix show You. I love that show. It didn't even dawn on me that it was a book, and then I saw this, and I was like, I want to read it. That's what I want to do. So I stopped watching the show so I can read the book. And There He Kept Her. You Did This. Something else you should know. About 99% of the books on my TBR, I have no idea what they're about. I blind buy constantly. I will decide on a book based on its cover or based on like a little blurb or something, like a sentence from the book. That's literally all I need, a sentence. And I'm like, that sounds like something I want to read. Or if you tell me like, hey, it's a dark mafia romance. Boom, I'm there. Reacher. I stopped watching the show so I can read the book. The Silent Patient. I also get book recs from girls I follow, women I follow on TikTok. Road of Bones. Now, what sold me on this? Stephen King said it was tightly wound, atmospheric, will scare the living daylights out of you. And I trust Stephen King to give me a good book recommendation. The Perfect Marriage. I really did enjoy this one. I thought it was great. The Housemaid. Then She Was Gone. And the last thing he told me. The Family Plot. This book, I laughed, I cried. Well, mainly I did a lot of crying. To be honest, didn't laugh that much. I did a lot of crying. This book was way more emotional than I was expecting. I loved every second of it. When I tell you I was crying, like sobbing. Horrible demonstration. Horrible reenactment, but that's how I felt. I loved this book. So in this book, well, I'll pause for a second if you don't want to hear what it's about. You can just fast forward. All right, this book. She has been looking for her twin brother for like 10 years. He disappeared on the night of their 16th birthday. I think I mentioned they're twins, okay? Twin brother goes missing, 16th birthday. She's been searching for him for 10 years. And she returns home. Her family lives on like this little island. She returns home to bury their father in the family plot, only to discover that her brother's body is already buried there. Now she has to figure out what happened to her brother. This book, in my humble opinion, was incredible. Incredible. One of my favorites, hands down, forever will be one of my favorite books. The Lake. Is that in focus? There we go. Now that's in focus. Dark and Shallow Lies. Addicted for Now. Addicted to You. I know this is a pretty long series, and I don't have, obviously I do not have the rest of the books. I only have those two. Stolen Ice. Lured by the Dusk. Zodiac Academy. They did have this one, Zodiac Academy, The Awakening as Told by the Boys. Treachery of Werther. This Is How You Lose Her. I started reading this, and I am enjoying it so far. Rue's Retribution and Thorn's Temptation. The author, I actually won this in a contest, and the author sent me these books. He is wearing pants. It kind of looks like he's not because they're like the color of his skin, but he is. So there's this one. And then there's this one. Tempting the Beast, Laura Leigh. I love this book. The Cheat Sheet, Sarah Adams. You Had Me at Ola. Practice Makes Perfect. Getting His Game Back. Fake It Till You Bake It. The Stand-In. Bad Bachelor. The Proposal. A Very Merry Bromance. Isn't It Bromantic? Undercover Bromance. The Bromance Book Club. Now, with these books I just showed, I do know that they are part of a series. I think I'm missing one. And, I can't... Book 3? I can't remember which one I'm missing, but I know I'm missing one. And with this series, the guys are reading romance novels, so they know how to, like, get the girl, pretty much. The Sweet Spot. The Banned Bookshop of Maggie Banks. Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Every Summer After. Alright, let me move my hand. There we go. Business or Pleasure. Forget Me Not. My Killer Vacation. I read this one. I loved it. I am a Tessa Bailey fan. Unfortunately Yours. Secretly Yours. Hot to Handle. Fix Her Up. Hook, Line, and Sinker. It Happened One Summer. This book, I just loved it. Barbarian Alien, Ruby Dixon. I love the Ice Planet Barbarians. This one was on my October TBR. Better Than the Movies. Spanish Love Deception. Things We Never Got Over. Things We Hide from the Light. By a Thread. Barbarian's Prize. This is book 5. The other book I showed you was book number 2. This is book, let's see, 1, 2, wait, 3, 4. This is book number 4. Barbarian Lovers, book number 3. And then I read Ice Planet Barbarians when, like, before it got really popular on Book Talk. I had already read it. I loved it. So, funny story, while I'm getting my fruit snacks. I actually purchased the second book first. And I didn't realize that until I actually opened it to read it. Yes, Alex. I know. Ice Planet Barbarians. I read the first book before it was really popular on Book Talk. I purchased the second book first, the pink cover, and I realized it was the second book, went back to Barnes & Noble to get the first book. And I could not remember the author, I could not remember the name of the book, but I remember the author's name, and this older gentleman came up to help me, And this was after me looking. I don't like to ask for help. I looked all over for the book, couldn't find it. He asked me, can I help you find the book? I gave him the author's name because I could not remember the book title. He asked me, was it for Black History Month? And I said, no, it was not. And it was not because of my appearance. We were there in February. There was a big Black History Month book section. And I remember Hayden, my brother, saying that he thought he saw an author's name that was similar to Ruby Dixon over in that section. Anyway, so we went from that possibility of books, and he looks this book up. His expression was very funny when he saw the cover. And he was like, oh, And he walks me over. I just didn't see the romance section. So it was just one more shelf that I needed to go over to. And what always threw me off with that particular location is you have the children's section and then the romance section. So you're in the same aisle buying children's books and buying romance books. Anyway, loved it. Moving on. The Wedding Date. Pinky Promise. This book is all pink. I need to get the second book because it's orange. And the font is pink. In a Jam. King of Wrath. King of Pride. Love Theoretically. Loathe to Love You. Love on the Brain. Love Hypothesis. One of my favorite books. Twisted Love. Twisted Games. Twisted Hate. Twisted Lies. The Unhoneymooners. Something Wilder. Love and Other Words. The Dark King. Promises and Pomegranates. The Temporary Wife. The Unwanted Marriage. I'm missing book 1 in this series. I have book 2 and 3. Priest. Sinner. Despite the fact that she has basically been over there foaming at the mouth, she does not have rabies. Saint. Married to a Pirate. Can you actually see that? There we go. Untying the Knot. Megan Quinn is... I love Megan Quinn books. I love Megan Quinn books. Kiss and Don't Tell. Those Three Little Words. Right Man, Right Time. These 3 books I'm about to show you, I already read. Loved. I do Chef's Kiss a lot, but these really deserve it. Absolutely perfect. A Long Time Coming. I actually annotated this one. The other 2 I read on my Kindle, so I did not. So Not Meant to Be. Did you see that? Did you see those scales right there? I caught it. Didn't even hit her. A Not So Meet Cute. This book I'm about to show you is the first book I ever annotated. And in going through it again, I just reminded myself how much I love this book. So I am definitely going to read it again for Christmas. 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I really love this book. Hitched. The Beast. A Worthy Opponent. Learn My Lesson. And this one, Mom, is a creature on it that you don't like. So it's on the cover, just FYI. If you're watching, but you watch my videos. So, Desperate Measures. Now, these 4 books right here are actually Disney retellings. This one is the retelling of Aladdin. Learn My Lesson is the retelling of Hercules. A Worthy Opponent is Peter Pan. And the Beast is obviously Beauty and the Beast. The more you know. I love retellings. I love the Greek mythology retellings, and I will read any Disney retelling. Heated Rivals. I have a lot of Katie Robert because I'm just convinced that I'm going to like her books. I have not read one yet. I own a lot of them. I trust my judgment. Cruel Seduction. I also buy a series. When I'm aware that it's a series and I see the other books at Barnes & Noble, I will just buy the whole series. Radiant Sin. Wicked Beauty. Electric Idol. Neon Gods. Court of the Vampire Queen. This stack I'm about to show you these are books that I have read. Untamed Vixen. Una Pierce. I have actually had the pleasure of talking to Luna. She's amazing. And she has 2 other pen names for her books. I cannot remember those names. My bad. However, she's awesome. Very sweet. Broken Like You. These 2 books I'm about to show you. These books are my jam. I was waiting for her to stop yelling. Alex, this is important. This is important. These books, these are my books. Haunting Adeline. Why do I have a few tabs in this? What was I doing? Anyway, Hunting Adeline. Are they dark? Yes, they're very dark. I love them. I love them. I love darkness. I love the triggers. I have not come across anything that's triggered me in a book, so I do not read trigger warnings. And I just figure if it's something that I don't like, I'll just close the book. Now, the next 2 books I'm going to show you are also my jam. This book I'm about to show you, all of the emotions. I laughed, I cried, I was giggling and kicking my feet. Made me so happy, alright? This is 10 stars. The Canary Cowards by Jessie Hall. Do you recognize that name? You should, because she wrote That Sick Love. So those 4 books right there, Haunting Adeline, Hunting Adeline, The Canary Cowards, That Sick Love, masterpieces. Masterpieces. Now, here's my regular copy of Den of Vipers. The Professional, Cressley Cole. I have actually read the other 2 in this series. I just don't own them. Taken by a Sinner. The Sweetest Oblivion. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stacks. Quick little intermission. This has taken a while. Credence. Birthday Girl. Read this one. Hucking Wrong Number. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. Meet Your Match. This is a hockey romance. I like the discreet cover. From La Cove with Love. Him. The Deal. Pucked. Sleek Kitten. Love this book. Okay. I am such an S.J. Tilly girly. You guys have no idea. I read recently Nero, King, and Dom. Those books almost made me break my book buying ban. This close. I put them in my cart. And I was like, don't do it, Lexi. Don't do it. Just wait. Because I want the paperback and the hardback versions for them. So, Sleek Kitten. Hockey, of course. I have read this book so many times. I actually have not read the other 2 in the series, which Sleet Sugar and then Sleet Banshee. Iced Out. To be honest, all of these books here, I'm obsessed with, whether I've read them yet or not. That's how much I trust me in my book choices. Icebreaker. Oh, speaking of which, I have not finished Icebreaker. Okay, I did not DNF for this, okay? Just for the record, I don't like to DNF books. But I did stop reading it just because I was losing momentum because I was having a hard time connecting with the FMC. But now I'm ready to redo it again. And I didn't have that long in it, but as I was getting towards the end, I'm like, no. I want to go back, annotate this, remember my favorite parts. So, and I like how floppy it is, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and read that. When I purchased this book, I did not know it was part of a series. Jasper Vale, Villain Era. This comes after Untamed Vixen. Oh my goodness. Does It Hurt? The Mind series, is all I'm going to say. One Dark Window. The Ritual. I'm really looking forward to just putting my books away and listening to music after this. The Sinner. The Takeover. This Man. My mom actually picked this one out for me. The Seduction. Pen Pal. Ruthless Creatures. I read this one. Eyes on Me. This is from the Salacious Players Club. I only have the first two. I really enjoyed Praise. So in Praise, she is dating her ex-boyfriend's dad. He owns the Salacious Players Club. It's an adult club. She ends up working for him as his secretary, and then she ends up dating him. That was a good book. Crave. I have started this book and stopped it a few times just because sometimes with fantasy books, I just know fantasy books take a lot out of me because I get really, really invested in fantasy books. And I just feel like with that one, I feel like I'm really going to like it, and being that I don't have the other books in the series, that's kind of what makes me keep putting it down. Pick it up, put it down. You didn't really need to know all of that, but I'm telling you anyway. Assistant to the Villain. Red Rising. Jade City. Conceal, Don't Feel. What if Anna and Elsa never knew each other? That's what it says on the back. Oh, it says it on the front too. What if Ariel had never defeated Ursula? Part of Your World. As Old as Time. I love anything with Beauty and the Beast. What if Belle's mother cursed the beast? Once Upon a Dream. What if the Sleeping Beauty never woke up? Action. What if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? This is Mistress of All Evil. Mother Knows Best. I'm sure we know what this one is from. I read this one, loved it. I did not know this was actually, this like needed to be read in order. The Odd Sisters. Alright, 2 more stacks, you guys. Sears. This is 2 books in one. This is Kingpin's Foxglove and Empress of Poison. This is a mafia romance, if I'm not mistaken. Rewrite Our Story. Look how pretty this is. Obviously, it's a special edition. I didn't even know I was going to be getting this one because I never know what is actually in my special edition book box. Never know because I don't want to know ahead of time. I like to be surprised. Very thrilled when I got this. This is Bewitched. Bewitched. Can you guys see that? There we go. Yes, The Isles of the Gods. Forever After All. And again, I'll have the book titles and author names in the description. Guard. This is the special edition of the Emily McIntyre book. This is a Lion King retelling. Promises and Pomegranates. This is my special edition version. Hooked. Peter Pan retelling. And Wretched. I cannot remember what retelling this is. Still Beating. This is the first, one of the first special edition books I received. It came with City of Souls, A Cursed Kiss, A Crown of Ivy and Glass. Where's my phone? Let me check my phone. That was my mom texting me. Her text tone is actually the T-Rex roaring from Jurassic Park, because we love Jurassic Park and we have a inside joke, and so that's hers. Empire of the Vampire. Did you guys hear it? Rhapsodic. A Soul to Keep. Make Me. Marked. A Touch of Darkness. This is a retelling of Hades and Persephone. King of Battle and Blood. I think I'm doing a much better job with showing you guys the books, because last time my hands were just all over and you couldn't even read what it was. This is When She Unravels. Golden. Hooked. Wretched. Crossed. I'm missing Twisted. And technically I want Scarred and Twisted so I can have them all in paperback. Here is my Empire of the Vampire in paperback. Just look at that. Gorgeous. Just look. I didn't even have to do anything. This is how it came. This Fourth Wing. Yes, I have the special edition sprayed. Now, funny story. I blind buy books all the time, right? This book, I kept seeing, well, I saw it occasionally on TikTok. Didn't really think anything of it. But I was in Barnes & Noble. I was at the checkout line. And then I was like, hey, do you have any other copies of Fourth Wing? And she's like, let me check. She did. And I just picked this up on a whim because I like dragons. Fly or Die. There's a dragon on it. I didn't even know anything about the book at that time because I purposefully avoided any spoilers about the book. But I have a dragon tattoo. I like dragons. That book is amazing. I still have 200 pages left because I know something happens towards the end of the book and I'm not prepared yet to read it. Also, I saw some artwork that I really want for the book, like to go in between the pages. I want the artwork before I finish the book. Alex in the background. Alex is very dramatic, and she has no patience at all. Minor inconvenience, it goes downhill. Throne of Glass. I feel like I want to get the original covers, but I also know I have nowhere to put them. King Leopold's Ghost. My brother got me this. History books that I have, my brother purchases for me because he knows I would like that particular history book. The Witcher. I got this because Henry. I already wanted to read the books, but I got this cover specifically because of Henry. Red Famine. The Shining. I really like Stephen King. Taken. The Anatomy of Songs. These are my new books that just came from Fabled Co. And Salt Kiss. I keep seeing this one, and I was so happy when it came. Knotted. Pam Goodwin. Watch the cover. Just wait a second. Look at this cover. It's a horse. And finally, I have this Stephen King book. It's 3 of his books. Obviously, you can see Carrie, Salem's Lot, and The Shining. For some reason, I thought Pet Sematary was in here. Obviously, I was mistaken. That's everything. Those are all my books. Now it is time to actually put them away. Yay! Outfit change. We just got back from Taco Bell. Me and my brother just went. I'm doing? No, I have to move my camera. You know, Mom just got some more.
Oh.
But here. You can still take them. I'm just letting you know there's some upstairs.
Well, give me some. Sure.
But you gotta bring me some.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any. Never mind. want to put my S.J. Tilly books together, like when I get to look for other books, I want a section for that, but being that I don't have her other books yet. This shelf is a little random. I'm not that crazy about it, but I think it will grow on me. It's 2 in the morning. It's not perfect, but I can live with it. Right here is these are all sports, romance, fantasy, thrillers, and mysteries. The back is kind of a jumble of everything. Some history books, and these ones I think are more on the sad end. My Ice Planet Barbarians right there. Some more fantasy, and then this one, I forgot what this one's about, but well, fantasy right here, and then just 2 random books. Don't know what either one of them are about, but that's okay. Stephen King, Priory of the Orange Tree, just because they're so big. Fantasy right here. And then these books that really didn't have a place anywhere, but I think they fit just fine on my cart. This is the top shelf. This is my favorite anime show, Inuyasha. This is the second shelf. Shelf number 3. The boys put these stickers up here, where I think specifically Caden, and I just left them. Fourth shelf, this is mainly, like this section is dark romance, a little bit of fantasy, some books that I didn't really have a place for, my Lauren Asher books. Now this bottom shelf is mainly dark romance, but obviously I have some of my history books over there, and then some books that I just did not have a spot for. Right here is the first stack on my wall shelf. Second, by Sophie Lark. And then some hardcovers. These two, the boys have spilt some stuff on, so I thought I should just go ahead and move them. My vampire shelf. And then all of my special editions, some of my Disney books, and that is pretty much it. These 4 aren't technically special editions, but they fit really well over here. This is a puzzle. And that is it. I'm so sleepy right now. I'm ready to go to bed. It's 2 in the morning. Well, it's probably past 2 now. Let's see. It's 2:34. It's time for me to go to bed. And that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Are you serious right now? Do you know how close that was to my book? Do you have any idea? Why are you spitting? Why are you doing this? Let's get this, wipe you up, and get a paper towel. You are dangerous right now. You are dangerous. I actually purchased the second book first, and I didn't realize that until I actually opened it to read it. Yes, Alex. I know. Second book first. I realized I need to go back and get the first book. Are you talking? Are you telling the story?